Are we live? Three, two, one. Show it live.
Yeah, live na.
It is.
Yeah. Hi. Hello, Ethan. Say hi, Papa. Hi.
Hello, little boy. We went over here to get some corn. Yeah, she's in her own little world over there, isn't she?
Yeah, that's good na.
All right. We're out and about, having seemingly endless troubles with the new little gadget here. Well, how are you, everybody? Post Father's Day, we're here at Kata Beach. Well, I don't know, man. It still looks a little bit, I don't know. I looked at the other footage with the gimbal, and it seemed good, but I don't know. It's irritating, to say the least. See, the way I'm looking at it, it always looks a tad bit cockeyed. All right, let's see what they're doing here. They're going to launch off with a parasail. We'll find that out. They're looking for Fazio in the great jet ski in the sky, along with the digger, the racer, the speeder, the excavator. We couldn't show this any earlier because it's so sunny. Oh, so sunny. Well, let me get out there a little bit in the water. How about that? The kids are out in the water already. Oh, let's see. Hello, honey cow. How are you? It's the hip hop honey cow. Ba da ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum bum ba da ba bum 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 ba bum. People, let me tell you about my best friend. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Up and down, my pride and joy. Well, it was Father's Day yesterday. We did a nice live stream. Had a nice chat with Cale Gervin, Tim Disiak, Jay Mike, many others. I'll show you around here, everybody. We went to some other beaches here in Rahway, which is on the very south tip. Uh oh. And the very southern tip of Phuket. Phuket's a large, it's the largest island in Thailand. And they've got about 8 or 9 main beaches here. Some are bigger than the other. Right to the right here of this little island, you've got Caron Beach, Karon. We showed that recently. Our silliest corners in the house. Check out our Silliest Corners Instagram. She's getting hits right and left, selling books right and left, paychecks coming in from all corners, 22 different sources. And we're not even getting started yet on the Philippines ones. I think we should take the food out of please. Why are you afraid of the water? Why, you've never been afraid of water before? You used to jump into the swimming pool when you were 1.5 years old. Warri's also been the only one that could stand up on the surfboard. Remember in Boracay, we just had those shorts. What was I talking about here? Well, oh yeah. So we have about 10 or 12 publishing houses in the Philippines. Ateneo Press is one, and we're just getting revved up with them, getting involved in their Dep Ed with textbooks and with other things. So we haven't even started on that one. We've got the revenues coming in from tons of sources, but haven't even started in on the Philippines ones yet, or Japan. We have a little bit in Japan, one of them, and then in Germany. But we have some stuff going out to England and Israel and a lot of places. So the two over there are very happy because they're making money. They don't want to just have the allowances. They want to actually make their own money in life. They want to have their own opportunities. So I don't blame them for that. Support that wholeheartedly. There's a few butt hurt little nitwits that are constantly their whole life jealous of other men, pathetic little scumbags that they are. No matter what they say, it's not going to make any difference. We're moving forward with it, and it's going great. But yeah, this is great shit, man. Look at this place. Gosh, this is like as cool as it gets. Cool as it gets. Now the waves are much smaller than they were last week. Last week the waves were surfable waves. This is pretty mild right here. Now they're all back, huh? All the chitlins. Chitlin Central. I know we're probably making the video at the wrong time because all of our U.S. friends are asleep. Probably our Philippines friends are asleep too. It's nap time. Well, I'll tell you what, not only is it beautiful out here, but the water is perfect. I mean, you cannot ask for better temperature. I'd say it's slightly cooler than the Vietnam water that we were in back in Da Nang. That was really warm over there. This is a slight bit of chill. I'd say it's 74, 75 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe a little bit more. Hard to say for sure. I think the one in Da Nang was probably 76 to 78 degrees. It was quite warm, almost 80, like getting up there close to bath water. So they have everything here from surfing to jet skiing, obviously, you see the jet skis. But they also have the parasailing here. They have island hopping. They have the PP Islands here nearby. They have this one. And then within 3 hours from here, they have Krabi. All these are famous spots, you know. They're in the Hollywood movies all the time. James Bond and Jason Statham movies. No, Statham lives here now. It seems like Phuket is in the background of a lot of his movies. Well, the water is up to my middle of my chest. And I'm hoping that don't get my phone wet, even though they say the phone is waterproof and so on. When you're in seawater, all bets are off. I had my Insta 360 Go, went underwater with it. They said it was, waterproof, but then you got to look at the fine print. It's not seawater proof, and that's a big difference. One of the seals broke, and then I had one of my cameras, because it has a camera on each side of the camera. That's what gives you the 360 effect. Had water get in there and ruin it. Now the other side, you can use it like a solo facing camera. It works fine. Just read that fine print. Is all I can tell you, because you never know. It's not worth $1,000 or $500 for the phone, for the camera. Yeah, this is really, really fantastic. You have to. Why? Oh, jet skis coming right after us, huh? I had gone for years without doing live streams. I just did uploads. But you know what I like about this is, as soon as you push the button and you're done, it's already there. You don't have to do anything. Since I hardly ever edit anything anyway, it just makes life a lot easier. I have friends of mine that watch this stuff after. We've had different friends that came from the US. We had some friends that showed up for 10 days in Da Nang, and other friends that came and met us in Thailand and different places, because they saw the footage. Because we're not like professional vloggers, that have a staff and have all the equipment. The equipment to us is point the phone, push a button. We don't know how to do any of the fancy stuff to make it look professional. And a lot of those ones that are done professionally, when you actually go to the places that they're showing, it never quite looks that way. Looks like you've been hoodwinked, hoodwinked by an angel. And speaking of hoodwinked, show another jet ski over there. Anyone that's been in the genre long enough understands what that means. If you don't know, that's a connection to the late great Michael Thomas Fazio, man that's abducted by aliens 3 times, twice in his car, who put a jet ski on top of his trailer in Behold, who had a digger, who had a racer, who had an excavator, a bulldozer, a caterpillar, and he was an expert in all forms of construction. Nobody on planet Earth knew construction like Michael Thomas Fazio. And he passed along, and so we remember him every time we see a jet ski. It's a little memorial from us to the big Foz in the sky. Well, we got a nobody commenting. Fazio was famous for saying that he was shadow banned. Maybe we're being shadow banned. Maybe shadow banned. Water's pretty perfect, huh? Do you like it colder than this or warmer? This is the perfect temperature. Any colder, a little bit odd. It seemed like when we were in Vietnam, it was a little bit warmer than this, like a couple degrees.
Usually it's colder for me.
Well, because we no, I'm not talking about the winter time. Just the last
Oh
time
yeah, it was really warm.
because it was hot. It was much hotter there than it is here in the air temperature too. I think it was 37. I think we're here. I think right now it's probably 29 or 30 at the most. Who the lifeguard is telling us to go this way? Well, do what he says.
We don't. Let's go.
Da 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 dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. One of the most amazing things when you go to Thailand, especially here or in Pattaya, if you come out here during the day when all these umbrellas are full of people, you will find almost wall to wall Russians. Almost wall to wall. And I've talked to a lot of the Russians, many, many Russians here and in Vietnam and other places. Thailand. I asked them how they ended up here, and they said that they ran away from the war. They went AWOL. They did not want to get caught up in that war. And now looking at it 4 years later and 25,000 deaths a month or whatever the number is, and Russia back on its heels. How many people in Russia have died? A million? More than a million, I think. For what? They're not going to get what they want. You got all of Europe and the U.S. standing in their way. It's a waste of human life. So these people told me directly, no, and then the gym, I've heard it from many of the guys. They say it. I talk to Russian guys in the gym almost daily, and they all say the same thing. They ran away from the war. Now in America, we take a dim view to desertion, usually castigate those people who do this. But you know what? We haven't walked a mile in these people's shoes. And at this point, maybe they made the right choice. Who knows? It certainly sounds better being here than freezing your ass off on the line in Russia and Ukraine, getting shot at. But I think people have wondered that. Why are there so many Russians from Thailand and Vietnam? That's the reason. Philip Janik said over in Nha Trang, it's like all Russians too. And then, of course, the famous Philip Janik Russian spinners. That's probably far enough, you guys.
Sundays.
Let's stay like a little more this way, okay?
Wait, my mermaid skills. Listen. What mermaid skills? Look at it. Look. 3, 2, 1. What? Ready, Papa?
Ready?
Ow. Guys, he's hurting me. I'm not a tree. I need to do it. Okay, guys.
Playing with the settings here, you guys, on the new gimbal deal. That's the main reason I'm going live right now. I'm trying to get the hang of this thing. My problem is I never look at my own videos. And when I finally looked at one and I was holding the camera out here, it was jumping so bad that I felt, gosh, it must be irritating for anybody watching. Not that I have anybody watching, there's very few, but oh, whoa, that came out of nowhere. You guys should have warned me on that one.
Oh my gosh! That. Me neither. We're looking. Papa,
Yes,
be careful of your phone.
I'm trying. I don't want to get it wet. I talked about that earlier about the seawater versus water. Well, I must be shadow banned. What can I say? Well, I'll just say a few more words here. Phuket, wonderful place, tremendous place. If you haven't been here, it should be on everyone's list. Maybe at the top because there's so much to do here. Great beaches, great mountains to explore, tremendous malls, nightlife, food, island hopping, you name it. And the reputation, as I said last night, is everyone, the Brokey Brigade never comes here, so most people don't ever see vlogs of Phuket. It's always the Brokey zone. And in the Brokey zone, they feel this is out of reach. So they always take you to the places that people probably don't really want to go because they're cheaper.
No, we're only gonna be.
For one, there's more to life than being cheap. Like, just go to a country and sit in a fan room, stare at the walls, and be bitter, like most of the trolls. That's the troll life: bitterness and jealousy, hatred for people they don't even know. But um, the Brokey Brigade always sends you to those places nobody wants. Or you have the other type of logger that can't show anything, can't actually show anything that's going on. Everything's hidden, everything's secretive, everything's top secret. That's what makes them feel important about themselves. I don't think anyone shows more of the family life and anything than I do, and no one does anything about it. So it's just people need to stop being so damn paranoid. You can get paranoid in YouTube. I've had it happen before. When it first started happening, all the little dipshits, everyone's talking about you all of a sudden and bashing you, and you're not used to it because you sometimes go decades without any of that sort of action. Before I joined YouTube, how many people bashed me in a typical year? Zero. How many have bashed me anywhere else other than YouTube since I joined YouTube? Zero. So it's all a myth. The little bullshit guys that are hanging on Frank's words, and they're like, yeah, yeah, did you hear what Big E's did? Did you know that, April filed a case on him? Clueless, clueless people. Nothing to do with their life. They've been lifelong losers, and they get some pleasure out of talking about other men and about their finances with other men. And yes, she's coming in. But what happens is, and I've had this happen to good friends of mine on YouTube, they end up being afraid. They end up being afraid to show anything. They're afraid of the three or four people who make little comments or make little fake uh, copycat names. 60, 65-year-old men in Dumageddon that have to make up a copycat channel to antagonize someone who never does anything to that person. You know the people we're talking about, or that 60 something year old dipshit in Cebu that has no life at all but to sit there and hang on everyone's word and try to dox people. Ooh, that makes him feel so good about himself. Unbelievable how the level of loser and mentally ill people we have on this YouTube deal. It's off the charts. Oh wow, Ethan, huh? But these people have told me, the people that are behind the scenes, they'll say it on their show. This doesn't affect me at all. It does. It makes them run away. It makes them hide. It makes them hide their girlfriends. It makes them, you know, be afraid that someone might call their girlfriend a name or a granny or something. Consider the source. That's all I can say to those who've shared that with me. When you've got people that have nothing better to do with their life, they have no life, they've got no relationships, they got no success in life. All they can do is bash people on YouTube that they've never met personally. I mean, these are the biggest losers in life that exist. Don't let it get to you. The second you hear it or read it, just laugh and move on. A lot like that idiot sicko. Remember Sicko Micko? Here's a guy that won't meet anybody. Now he said that five different times if I show up in Dublin, I'm going home in a body bag. He's gonna slit my throat ear to ear. So I show up, do a 3 hour live stream from the Hilton. Well, there's no Sicko Micko. I go there another time and another time, each time doing live streams, going to the same hotel every single time, which is in central Dublin. But see, some people, when they hear someone say, I'm going to clap you, I'm going to cut your throat from ear to ear, it actually affects certain people. They start to believe this stuff and they get freaked out. And that's how trolls stay alive, by terrorizing, traumatizing people. That's how low class and how stupid they are, how lifeless they are. They're like people who would get pleasure out of, uh, you know, taking the wings off a fly and watching it suffer and struggle. But in reality, their actions show them to be the worst of anyone in the genre by far, by far. So you have to develop a little bit of a thicker skin. You are, and you know who you are. Whoever has shared it with me, you know who you are. You have to laugh it off, and I would say even double down. Do more live streams, put yourself on camera, your people you're with more. Fight fire with fire. Don't cave into those few. And it's only two or three people. Most people don't give a shit. Most people couldn't care less what another vlogger does, how many people they're fucking, if they're into threesomes, if they're into bar girls. Most people don't give a shit. If they did, come on, Philippines and Thailand couldn't stay in business. What do you think you see if you go to Angeles City or down there to Mango or P. Burgos? All you see is pussy palaces with dudes fucking bar girls and lady boys. Do you think they're sensitive to the little trolls? Believe me, they don't care. But no one ever says anything to them. It's a given. You go to these countries so you can do things you can't do back in your own country. You try to live a better life than you live back in your own country. Why would you leave your country if you're going to lead a worse life? Makes no sense to me. Ah,
The water is so clear.
you know, it's fantastic.
I can still see my feet even from here.
Yeah, me too. I got a longer reach.
Yeah, I know.
So that's it. I'm going to end it now, but that's the tip of the day. Laugh it off. Don't listen to trolls. If they come on your channel, just block them, just get rid of it. It's not worth even a second of your time to waste trying to answer people like this. People who will never show up, never come up on the panel, never put their face on the camera, that's for sure. People say that. How come you don't put your face on the camera? I went back through my old shows today. I was organizing some stuff. I had gone on camera more than 100 times. I go on camera when I want to go on camera. Literally over 100 shorts and videos and live streams where my face was on the camera the whole time. How many times have those trolls gone up there? See, they can act that way because they're big pussies because they're hiding behind the keyboard. They're anonymous. Like their whole life has been anonymous. That's why they're upset. That's why they're mad at people who are not, you know, living their lifestyle. Because to them, the wholesome people, the righteous people, are the ones that live in the fan room with no AC, staring at the walls and doing the good Lord's work, exposing those YouTubers. Truly, truly disgusting. All right. Well, that's enough for my diatribe today. I want to shout out again Ricky Drama. I saw lots of videos come out. I saw one that pop up today from Boracay at the Shangri La, and it is fantastic. Congratulations. And everyone attacks Ricky, who is a big star. I'm a nobody in here, so there's no reason to attack me anyway. He is a big star because they're jealous of his lifestyle. They want to be him. They want to be able to have the different dates and they want to be able to stay in the Shangri La and they want to be able to travel all over the place, which they can't do that. So what do? They have to attack the guy. It's because they're bullshit. He had whatever success he had in life that gave him that lifestyle. Good for him. Good for him. I'm gonna attack the guy. I'm gonna praise the guy for the fact that he was able to do some things that gave him a lifestyle that anyone would want. So definitely shout out to Ricky, and I want to say shout out to Jay, even though I haven't seen him for a long time. Jay, you've been gone a long time now. YouTube needs Jay back in the genre. We need all of them back, Jay and Ricky and all the heavyweight guys, because the genre feels very dead right now, dying. You guys come back online so I don't have to. I'd rather go back into retirement. But when I'm in beautiful places like this, I want to take it out and show everyone because I know not everybody has the chance to come here, and I just want to show them what it would be like, make it as realistic as possible. So who knows? Maybe one day you will be here. You never know. All right, everybody, I'm going to end it there from Phuket, Kata Beach, beautiful Russian-filled Kata Beach. The shadow band, Biggie. I got shadow band because I mentioned Fazio and his abductions, the alien abductions. When I saw the jet skis, and YouTube shadow banned me. So sad. All right, everybody, I'm going to take care, and we'll see you next time.